We are here. Oh shit,
We are back.
we're back.
We are back. Oh damn, these things real low to the ground, ain't
It is.
they?
I
Yeah.
know that's why I was slide. I took my time
Yeah, you was
sliding.
sliding up and down that thing,
Sure
baby.
was.
I'm about to take my
I didn't
sleeves
want my
down.
legs
I
touching
don't want
that
my sleeves
stuff.
down because it's a little,
It's just a little, it's
it's a
a
little
chill,
nip
it's a
nip.
cool, little wind. All right.
I'm glad last time we talked about me and you.
Oh, I didn't.
What?
I didn't check this. Did you check?
What?
Oh, okay. You're good.
What?
Like we didn't do the testing like we
Oh
usually
no,
do.
no, I can see it.
Yeah. Okay. I
I'm
just
glad.
thought about
I'm
it.
glad last time we talked about me and you.
Yeah,
We got through that whole conversation
we did.
about our story and things. It's got me wanting to talk about more relationship topics.
Yeah,
Um,
I think we should. Um,
yeah,
Definitely, people need to hear about
it's
relationships
plenty of things. It's plenty of angles
that we can take.
that we could take.
Mm-hmm. There is. Um, I know one thing. Or did you have before I even like say that the one thing I wanted to talk about?
Nah,
No.
I don't really have nothing
Okay.
specific right now.
I mean, I just wanted to mention because I think I mentioned that to you last week or sometime, and I was like, I'm used to seeing like, like men boast about their women. Remember when I said that? Like a lot online, like men, love to, they're very proud of who they're with and everything. But I don't really see a lot of women doing that online.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
remember
a. I
that?
remember you saying that.
Yeah. And I was like, really? I'm trying to think like how many women that I know or friends that I know go online and like really praise their man.
It's always right. It's
I don't
always
really
the
see that,
man
right?
expected to praise the woman, uplift the woman, be proud of the
Yeah.
woman.
And women, we love it, of course, But the thing is, I don't necessarily see women say, "Oh my God, like my man is so great." I think I saw like one or two people that I know on Facebook, like that I'm friends with, that I see, do that. But it's usually their husbands, though. But I've never seen women do that. That's been like, they've been pretty,
It's like
in a
women
long
be.
relationship.
Yeah, women. I don't like that.
It's interesting. So you've noticed that too?
Yeah, it's like it's always the man being super proud to be with the woman
Yeah,
and wanting to show the woman off,
yeah,
and the woman is just there and just loving that he's showing her off. But then
and
when you
that's
go to
it.
her page, you don't ever see him on her shit.
Right,
Like,
right.
where's your man?
And I don't like to assume, I mean, I know some people, they do that because they want to keep, I guess, their options open.
Yeah. Oh damn, yeah, that's fucked up. See,
Yeah,
that's
like trying
why.
to keep the guys like secret, which men do that too. Like I'm not gonna like,
Yeah, sometimes
but
dudes will do that. Like they
right.
won't go public with
But
a
if you don't
girl.
relate, like if you exclusively together, like everybody knows y'all together, like there's no, like everybody already knows.
Hmm.
So why women don't really praise their man
And this
online?
is why a lot of people think that social media is an important part of establishing a serious relationship these days because
Right.
everybody has social media. So if you're online posting all the
Most,
time
yeah,
anyway, then why wouldn't you want to show who you with?
right.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, see now with that, with the posting, like I don't feel like it's necessary. You don't have to. If that's not you, you ain't got to really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's the difference. If that's something that you weren't used to do before, or you're already a private person,
Hmm.
then I feel like so like I've never did it, right? Like I've never posted whoever I was with, never done it. Not for anything in particular, but I just didn't feel moved to do that. Or I didn't feel secure enough in my relationship
See,
to do that either.
I think because
And I'm also
when you're
private.
really proud of somebody, when you
You
really
want, like you really
you're
want
gonna
to,
want to
yeah.
share it.
So and that's how I feel right now. Like right now I don't mind, even though I don't do it a whole lot, but I always like I post our pictures together. I post, like I when you tag me, like I don't hide the tag.
Yep.
I, you know what I mean? Like I let it be because I need everybody to see. I was like, I'm just happy. Not even a need or I want to. It's just why not?
Yeah,
You
and
know what I
that's how you
mean?
know a lot of people are in relationships that they're not 100% proud
Yeah.
of, and they're not 100% in it.
And yeah, they're
Because
not.
if they
Yeah,
were, it wouldn't be a question.
exactly.
You damn right you're gonna
Yeah.
share.
And then there's some that do share, and then it's like every every year there's a different.
Yeah,
Sometimes people overshare.
because
They're
some
really
people just
sure.
want to show off whatever they have, and they
Yeah,
using it
which
as like an
is
attention thing because
yeah,
everybody loves to see a relationship no matter
right,
what it is.
right,
Because from the outside, everything look good.
yeah,
Everything is like, oh, you with somebody? Congratulations.
yeah. It always looks nice and shiny, and then next thing you know, they ain't together, and it's like, oh, like 6 months ago, and there's another one, and there's another one. So
Yeah,
yeah,
but
so there's two sides of it.
I do
But
know there's a lady online named Portia Patterson, and
okay.
she does those videos I was showing you where she be like, you heard it here first. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember.
Her
Yes.
page blew up because she's a woman that praises men. Like
Okay.
majority of her content is about uplifting men.
Oh,
And she
okay.
going in on these women for not being real women and not knowing how to cater to a man. So the
Mm,
conversation you're sparking is that
yeah.
these women don't know how to cater to a man, and if they do know, they don't want to do it because they don't feel like it makes them powerful as a woman.
No.
They look at it like it's something that makes them weak,
Yeah,
when really
especially if you have
that's
a good line. Okay, a good man now, right? We
hmm
so that's what we are talking about for people that's going to have their own thoughts about it or opinion. We're talking about a good man when you know you have it, because yeah, we can't do that with all men, obviously. If you because as a woman, if you feel like that man is non-deserving, you're not going to do that. Period.
and if you feel that way,
So
you shouldn't be with him. Do you
right.
agree with
I
that?
mean, yeah, you shouldn't be with somebody that you feel is non-deserving,
Why
because then
y'all
at that point,
motherfuckers?
it's like, why are you there then?
Why
Or
exactly?
you waiting to see his potential,
It really
you
feels like
know?
most people are in placeholder
Yeah,
relationships. You
yeah,
with a person that's just holding a place for a
yeah.
temporary amount of time because you can't be by yourself and you want to
That's that
have somebody, and
desperation.
you're just going to use whatever they can provide you at the moment, but you're really not 100% into this person. And
Yeah.
that's fucked up. Because a lot of times, men, this is what I mean by men will pursue the woman they want.
Hmm.
So that's why most men, you'll see that they'll show their woman off because
Yeah.
they're pursuing the woman they want.
That's what they wanted,
Women are in a
and
position where they're not really picking the men that they really want. That's why majority of the women aren't posting a man because they really don't want this nigga.
hmm
He just pursued her, and
yeah, like
she
I said,
ended
yeah,
up
it's by
being with him.
default. Yeah, because you when you want it, when you're used to that, it's kind of like, oh, okay, he wants me, and if he's good enough, or there's halfway, there's like some type of attraction,
Mm-hmm.
then you'll just kind of go with it. Because why not? He wants me. He's pursuing me. He likes me. He's showing his, efforts here and there. And I think I said that to a girl before, and I was like, you got to be careful on, like, it's almost like they're gaslighting you into liking them, or forcing you somehow, or manipulating you, and you don't even like that person for real. You
Mm-hmm.
only like them because they like you.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And you
It
know
is
what?
interesting.
I think it's better for a man to be in that position than a woman. I think it's
To
better.
what?
I
To
think it's better for a man to be with the woman that likes him, and
right?
he
Yeah,
like
and
because
he
that's more of
chooses if that's what he
because
wants or
that's a
not.
logical decision.
Hmm.
The logical decision says you might not be the person that I would pick per se,
Hmm.
but because you are showing me that you would be a good pick, you're showing me you love me, I'm gonna make the logical decision and be with you
So that
because it's a
means,
safe pick.
so to me, okay. So now that translates to me. So you're meaning to say, so it sounds like, so man needs to be loved, right? So he
Yes,
should be with a woman that loves
that's the
him.
more important thing.
Okay,
It's more
so that's
important
what it
for a
sounds
man
like,
to be with a woman that loves him rather than the reverse
right?
because women move majority off of emotion, men move more on logic. In general, that's how it should be.
In
Not
general, yeah.
saying men don't have emotions because we do.
Oh yeah, yeah. A
Because a
lot of
lot of
men
men are
are
picking,
emotional, right? They
they're
just,
picking on emotion.
yeah,
If we being honest,
yeah,
men are picking their woman based on what they feel. I
right.
feel like you look good. I feel like you're the
Hmm.
woman I want to be
Or
with.
I want to know how that feels.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I'm trying to
So it
find
ain't nothing
out.
logical about it.
Yeah,
And it has to be a logical decision when men are making their moves.
yeah.
So
And that's what we're
women are
talking
not
about.
an
Good
exception.
men.
We
Yeah.
have to pick the woman that makes the most logical sense. And a lot of times, those women that make logical sense aren't the ones that we're pursuing. And that's
Right.
where we fuck up. We looking over the women that are
Yeah, you're
clearly
looking at
showing us they
surface.
like us.
Yeah, which women do that too. We do that too. We, it looks good. It's automatic. It's like, oh, but I think because a lot of times we say women mature, kind of faster than men, or at a early age compared to men, that at some point we do realize that, well, I need a good man. I need a man that's going to be a provider. I need a man that's going to be ambitious. So all that surface shit kind of dissolve a little bit as the older you get and like the more experience you have with dating and you figuring out all these dudes that I was liking and who I entertained was no good for me because it was all based off of the muscles he got. I don't know, the size of his dick, the
Mm-hmm.
like whatever it is, whatever surface thing it is.
Speaking of size of the penis,
Oh shit. Yes.
we gon'
Want to
we
talk
definitely
about
gonna
that.
cover that, but I want to make sure we cover this topic in full.
Yeah, about the picking and about, just being blinded by appearances most of the
This goes
time.
back to what I was saying about making friends. That's
Yeah,
really the damn.
yeah,
That's
instead of
that's what's gonna
just,
cut through all that bullshit.
yeah, people
Cause really,
usually,
it ain't even about leading with the picking
yeah,
somebody.
yeah, yeah.
No,
It's
like
not,
that's
it shouldn't
because
be
then that's
picking
dating.
nothing.
That's
Yeah,
dating.
yeah.
And that's why dating is ass and a whole lot of trash. Cause motherfuckers is out here picking like we in a damn NFL draft or a fucking NBA draft. Oh, with the first pick in the NBA draft, I'm gonna draft. Man, this ain't no draft.
I mean, I guess in a
Imagine goddamn
friendship, you also
drafting a
pick your
partner.
friends, right? You pick your friends, right? Because not everybody can be your friend. So let's talk about it like that. You do pick your friends. You pick who you
Yeah.
want to remain in your life.
Yep.
Now, it's not romantic. It's not sexual. It's just, hey, you're a great person, and I
Right.
want you in my life. I want to spend time with you. I want us to do things together. I
Mm-hmm.
want to, talk to you, get to know you, get inside your brain because you're interesting to me. It has nothing to do with physical, with sex, nothing. It's literally,
Yeah.
but with that, it is also like kind of picking,
Yeah, it is.
your friend.
So yeah, the
Just in a
picking.
different way.
Yeah, it
It's
should
not
be
so
the picking
lustful,
process should be based on who's the best friend,
right?
not who's
But
gonna
it's
be
about their
not
character.
who's gonna be the best person for me to mate with.
Yes,
The
yes.
person that I want to be
It's
a wife or a
character.
husband to.
Yeah,
No, don't pick on that because you're not even. You got to be a friend before you get to all that.
exactly.
How you gonna be
Yeah,
picking? How you gonna be picking a potential boyfriend or girlfriend or a future wife or husband, and you ain't even made a friend in this person yet? You need to
right.
figure out if y'all can be friends.
Right.
You need to
You're gonna
figure out
like
who this
them.
person is. Do they really like me? Do they care about me as
Mm-hmm.
a person? Not what role they can play in my life as an
Right.
intimate partner.
Right. How
Because
can they
that's
make
where the
me feel?
expectations come in.
Right. How can they look like what other people are gonna think when we together? Are they gonna think he looks good too,
Right.
or she look good? Like, am I doing it for flex?
That's another thing,
It's
man. It's like, and we can get into that element of
yeah.
people posting because they want to receive
Show off because that's a
a
lot of that
certain
too.
response from the public,
Yes, they
and
want
that's something I'm
attention.
not with. That like
They want to look like they got it going, like they got it together. Like somebody,
I
I'm
got.
with someone.
It's kind of like when you
Yeah.
buy a chain. You might buy a piece of jewelry, and when you put it on and you walk outside, you trying to flex on people. Like, look what
Yeah,
I got.
yeah.
Or you got a nice car
Yeah,
and
we
you tricked
you
it out,
drive
got the
around,
rims, got the new
right?
paint job. You want to drive around and show off.
Yeah.
So people treat people like material possessions.
Yes.
Look at what I got on next to me. Look at
Mhm.
this woman. Ooh, you see how
Right.
fine she is? Yeah, that's mine.
Right.
So you're not
Yeah.
even with the person because you like them. You with the person because they look good in
Because
the
they look
public with
good.
you,
Yep.
and
Or
you want to show them.
people that wanted that person, so now like I got him.
Yeah, look what I got.
Yep. Exactly.
Look
I
what I
got
can
him.
pull.
Mhm.
Look at
So
surface
yeah. So
level
there's so
bullshit.
many different ways that people look for it, and I think a lot of people think that when they see people happy and posting each other, oh, why they gotta do all that? Why they? It's like, okay,
And my
who
thing is,
cares?
because I'm gonna post you all the
All
time.
the time,
And I
exactly. And
told
I
you when
don't
we got
mind.
together, I'm like, soon as we popped out
Yeah.
in that burgundy outfit, that wine color
Yes.
outfit when we went to that event, I was like,
Yeah.
soon as I pop out with this woman, why wouldn't I post you regularly? Because you're a
Exactly.
regular part of my life. I
Yeah.
post regularly anyway. I'm
Right. You already
outside all the
exactly.
time
That's already
anyway.
you.
So,
Yeah.
and my thing is, every day we see a post about somebody talking about a relationship topic, and it's a bunch of miserable single people giving relationship advice or asking questions and sparking discussions, and everybody talking about what's good and what's not good,
Oh
blah
my
blah blah
gosh.
blah blah.
The dear husband,
But
dear future
right,
husband, dear future
people
wife.
trying to manifest a partner through social media
Ah,
posts. But where are the real life examples of people doing it the right way? So
yeah.
I've always wanted to find a woman that I can be with
Yeah.
and we have a genuine connection, and then I can share her with the world and give real messages of love and show them
Yeah.
a healthy relationship of two people flowing together,
Healthy. That's
because we
number
need that.
one.
It's too
Yeah.
much bullshit on the timeline every day. So I get tired of that. I'm glad you brought that up. Like people wanting to shame people for sharing positive
Yeah,
content as
yeah.
if it's not genuine because you shared it.
Right. It's
You
not genuine
sharing
because they're not genuine, or it's not genuine because you thinking about somebody else that did this and did that. And it's like, who the fuck, like you gotta really judge by the individual.
mm-hmm.
Like if you know these individuals are not these type of people, usually online, like what do you usually see them doing online?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like something that they always do? Because I've seen people that do that, right? It's like a pattern,
What?
like the showing people, but it's always like a different person. So yeah, those people, I was like, yeah, whatever. They always do that. I don't care about that. But
Uh-huh.
if it's people that you know, usually when like you know their character, and that's somebody that usually like you, I know you always do that. This is something that you do.
Yeah.
This is how you know you show up online on social media, even with your exes. You've always been like that.
Yep.
It's no front.
Cause
Me,
yeah.
I've so it would be normal for you to do that. Me, I don't ever do it. But
Yeah.
then again, I'm also not a bullshit online. You know what I mean? So if you see me do that, like most people that know me, when they saw that I was posting you and all that, it's like, wow,
They're
Addison
shocked.
never do that. You know what I mean? Like she
Yep.
don't never post
You he
nobody.
must she must
She must
really
really
love
be
that
in love.
man.
Yeah, that's what I always hear. Like you really love him. Oh
Yeah,
my
you
God,
must
Addison, you in love.
you must really
And
love
they're
me,
right.
baby.
And
Yeah.
and every time they say, I'm like, you're absolutely right. I love that man. Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do.
you do.
Yes, I
Yeah, you do.
and I'm like, yes, and I'm gonna show him off. I
Love
am.
is to be shared. I ain't
It
about no
is.
scary ass love. If you love
Yeah,
me out loud.
of course.
I ain't with all that secretive shit. Cause that's
Yeah.
part of the
It's weird.
that's
It
part
gives
of what
a
makes you know that that shit is valid and you can
mhm.
stand on it and you standing behind it. Like it make you closer with the person. It's like
Yes.
us against the world type
Yeah.
mentality. Because
Everybody knows there's no hiding, there's no sneakiness, there's no well
yeah,
why you don't post me? Why
uh-huh.
I'm not here? Why we don't do this in public?
It's
Why
something very
like
beautiful.
these yes,
Something very beautiful about a couple that shows up together
of course.
publicly
Yep.
and stands in the motherfucking face of the world
Right.
together.
Exactly. No matter
Come
what
on now.
happens in the past, people love to um talk crap about what happens in the past, like with people, and oh, they're happy now, but shit, 5 years ago or whatever, like they were doing this and they were doing that. Was so like, who? Okay, but
Nigga,
if they're happy now, be happy for them now. Who cares what happened 10 years ago? You live and you learn.
it be pessimistic people out here.
Yes, they're not happy. It's like they hate to see it.
They either thinking about what went wrong in the past and they trying to make you be that person or seeing you as who you used to be
Keep
or
you there,
keep you in
right?
your past, or they're trying to just predict that something's gonna go wrong in the future.
Or
They
that.
don't want to just
Yep.
appreciate the
Like,
moment.
oh, that's just temporary.
Well, hopefully it stay
Right.
good.
Right. It's just for the moment. Like
Hopefully
what?
y'all can keep it good. Man, what?
Like what? Like we're not even thinking about that.
That's the
We
type of
don't
shit,
even think about
and you
that.
shouldn't, because what
No.
kind of mentality is that to go into a relationship thinking, well, I hope
I
this
don't know
stay
if it's
good?
gonna last.
That
It
old
might not.
half-ass love.
Because
If you ain't
it's
completely
based off of
confident,
fear. It's
yeah.
fear.
So my thing is, if you
Yeah.
can't be completely confident in something, that means you're not ready for it. You shouldn't be in
Yep.
it.
Nope.
You're not
Because
doing
you're not trustworthy. You don't trust nothing.
right.
Literally.
So if you
You
don't
don't
trust,
trust
come
it.
on now,
Yep.
you don't even trust yourself to pick the right person. How the
Nope.
fuck you gonna?
So
And then
that's why they look at it with everybody like that, because of their own insecurities, their own fears, their own past experiences. And me and my things, I never lived in fear. So no matter how many failed relationships I've had, situationships, whatever it is, I've never moved in fear. Like I
mhm.
just do it, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And if I really don't even want to try, then I'll just be single.
Yeah,
I'll just be alone.
you
And
gotta
that's
have
what
a
I was, that was the goal until, we met. I was like, I'm just gonna be alone because I'm tired of these men,
yeah.
so I don't want to waste my time anymore. I'm just gonna be an old maid and that's it. But
You
and I,
gotta
that was a chance. You take chances. You take a chance, but I felt like I felt good about it. I didn't
yeah.
feel scared about it. So and sometimes you just gotta do that instead of crying and whining all the time and being sour about all your past failed relationships.
Yeah.
It's like stop being so bitter.
It's like you got to remember what you've been through because it's a part of
Of
your
course,
story,
yep. You got to be cautious. You got
but
to be
you got to have a short memory and you got to really keep moving forward. So the goal is to learn something. When you go through something, there's always a lesson in it.
yep.
So as long as you get the lesson, then you don't have to move in fear moving forward. You just move with a more with more awareness.
Yes, awareness,
You should be
exactly.
more aware of yourself, more
Hmm.
aware of who you pick so that you could pick better, more aware of what you can work on as an individual so that you could be a better person for the next person.
Exactly.
So if you're moving like that, then there's no reason to be carrying all this negative energy and
Exactly. I don't ever. That's why I say I don't never. I never be bitter. I don't be bashing men online. Like I don't be talking crap, and I could for like certain men that I've been with
mm,
talk crap. But if I do, I'll talk to whoever I'm talking to individually, and we'll talk about that relationship in particular.
yeah.
But I'm not online being bitter and like, oh man at this, oh man at that. Like that energy will not allow you to meet your mate at all.
How you punishing all men or all women based on the ones you picked
Yeah,
or
you
the ones
got
you
with.
happen to be with?
Right. Because
And
some
that's
people
what
will
people are
reveal
doing.
themselves. Yeah, some people you don't know. You know, they be charming, they be great. And then they just be like men. They be with women and they think everything's great. And then the next thing you know, she's psycho.
Yeah.
And it's like, did you know that from the beginning? Did you know she was psycho? So, you know, it goes hand in hand. So when men be saying, well, you picked them, you should have known, it's the same thing for men. When they go through a woman that's crazy, that's stabbing them and showing up, popping up at somebody's house or wherever they at, like, yeah, did you know?
I ain't gonna lie though. Somebody that do some crazy ass shit like that, they was showing you some signs.
I don't know what signs.
They had
Sometimes
to be showing some signs because people don't just flip like that.
people are pretty great, man. Let me tell you
People
that.
don't just flip out the damn blue like that. They showing you some crazy
Nah, you
qualities.
know what I've been through recently, and I had no clue. Okay, but then again, even that circle of friends of that person don't know.
Mm.
So that's sometimes you don't know until you live with someone.
Yeah, that's fact. When you live with somebody, that's a
Yeah,
different
you
type of
can see
connection.
little things here and there, but that probably doesn't alarm you. But living with someone, it's like it's a different type of comfort they get.
Yeah, that's. I
It's
think
like
that's. And this is
yes.
why. Look, this is why love. This is why love is always a risky thing,
It is.
and that's why people are scared to do it over and over because you, like you said, you're
It's
right. You
exhausting.
never know.
Yeah.
You never know
You got to
until
be
you in it.
fearless with that. That's what I'm saying. Like this, the fear is the problem. The fear and the bitterness. You got to let that go.
Yeah.
You can keep a healthier amount of fear or cautiousness, I should say, and a
Mm.
healthier amount of being tired. Because if
I
you're
just.
tired of something, you'll just allow anything. So please be tired of this shit, so you don't allow it to happen again.
It's all about respecting yourself. That's all, and
Yeah.
not over investing in another person, making sure there's some reciprocity going on in the
Yep.
relationship.
Yep. You gotta
It's
watch.
important. You just got
Yeah.
to pay attention to what the
Yep.
person you're with is doing.
Yep. You
If you
do.
do that, then you'll be all right. A lot
Yep.
of people they so blinded by who they want to be
They
with.
dive head for yeah.
They're ignoring all the red flags. They're
Yes.
ignoring that they're draining themselves trying to be with this person.
Because I like that so much. Because I like this part so much about them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna forget about this part. But
Mm-hmm.
that part is always there, and you haven't even talked about it either.
Right.
You literally ignoring it.
Yeah.
So the more you ignore something, the more they're gonna keep doing it because that's part of them. And you're not bringing it up. You're not saying anything about that part you don't like because you like this other shit so much. And that's the problem that a lot of people do, women and men, on
Yeah.
what they want or scared of hurting feelings.
Yeah.
Because they like me so much.
And then that's what they say where
Women,
you're
that's how
trying
we
to
get sometimes.
keep the peace.
Yes, yes, that.
Keeping the peace is not peaceful at all. You're actually
Yeah, you're hurting
not
yourself.
you're not at peace within yourself. So how
Yeah,
are you keeping the peace? So you're trying to keep everything peaceful outside of you
yeah,
while you're suffering.
yeah. While you torturing yourself,
It's like,
tormented.
man,
Yeah,
you
that's
gotta be
that's kind of
better.
what I was kind of going through
Yeah,
too, trying to keep the peace. Because again, I was like,
gotta be better to
you
yourself.
know. But again, that was from a long time of not being with someone, so I was trying something new. I was trying something new, and that new thing was for the birds.
I mean, when you really think about it, we all just trying shit.
Yeah,
We all just trying shit. You just gotta try the thing that makes the most sense and
yeah,
always be good to yourself. That's it.
exactly.
Make
Yeah,
sure that person being good to you.
but yeah, I'm always boast about my man. Period. And I really I think women should do that. If you have a good man,
Mm-hmm.
again, if you have a good one, a great one, talk about him. Talk about what makes him great.
Yeah.
Because that makes men feel
We
so
I was
good.
just about to say that. We
Yeah.
love that.
Yes, I
We
know.
want a woman to be proud of us. It
Yes.
actually amps us up and makes us want to do better as men.
Yep.
You ain't got to be on a man with this naggy energy and
No.
being hard on him. That's
No.
not how you inspire a man.
At all.
When
Like
you
trying to be
love him,
hard
when
and
you love him properly, he's gonna be everything you want him to be,
yeah.
and you ain't gonna have to ask. Do you be
Yes.
having to ask me for
I
shit?
ask you for that.
Exactly.
That
You know why you ain't
I've
gotta ask for nothing?
never been used to that.
Because every man knows how to take care of a woman.
Yeah.
Every man knows how to look out for a woman. It's in our nature.
Yeah.
We are natural protectors when we around a woman we love.
That's true.
So
I finally got to see it
why would
because
you ever have to ask me for
I
I
never.
know how to take care of you. I know what you need and I want to give that to you.
You know that.
I
I
want to
told my
give that.
mom, I was like, I never ask him for nothing. Everything he does, he just does. Or if he knows or he hears me say anything, it's like, okay, what are we gonna do?
How can I
Again,
alleviate
how
some
can
of
I
that
leave you? Let me help.
pressure?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Like we'll brainstorm together. You'll ask me all the questions that you need to ask me, like what's going on, what you need, what else can we do? Okay, well let me do this.
And you know what?
It's perfect.
That's another point because we dealt with this with our relationship
Yeah.
where I had to let go of this idea that I had to take all the weight off of you in
Yes.
your life.
Right.
And that's not what makes you a man. You don't have to
No.
alleviate a woman from all the weight in her fucking life.
No. Especially if she didn't ask for it. But that's something you
And
felt.
you might not be in a position as a man to alleviate all of her
Yeah. So
pressure.
now
That
you
don't
stressing yourself
Yeah,
out.
so that don't
Yeah.
mean you need I need to step my game so I can
Yeah.
just sit her down or I can just take everything off of her plate. Yes, it would be great to do that,
Yeah.
but you have to honor where you are as a man and
Hmm.
do what you can. So as
Exactly.
long as you're doing what you can and you're helping her,
Yeah.
that's what matters.
That's what
That's what makes
matters.
you a
Yeah.
man.
Like me, I'm not demanding. I'm definitely not these high maintenance demanding women. That's one thing my mom don't like about me. She always feel like I don't you don't ask enough. And I was like, well, I'm very self sufficient and I don't like to ask for things to
Hmm.
men. I don't like it usually make me feel weak, you know. But then again, then I would be with men that just wouldn't do anything. So I'm like, oh, hold on, there's like a disconnect here because I'm doing a whole lot and he's not. Or I'm making plans to do things and I'm trying to budget this and I'm trying to do that and he's not. Like I'm the one always coming up with ideas and suggestions on doing things. When really to me, I'm like, I need a man to do that.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to do everything again. But can we meet together? Can we meet halfway? That's
Mm.
what I've always wanted. Like I'm so fair. I'm such a fair person, like a fair woman. I'm not needy. I'm not demanding. I don't nag nobody. But please come, meet me halfway.
Hmm.
And also help me as a woman, like to just take the load off sometimes
Yeah, yeah.
when you can.
Because that's something I'm teaching you too
Yeah, to
is
accept.
learning
Yeah.
how to just let go of that
Yeah.
idea that you have to pitch into everything.
I know.
So sometimes it could be something simple where I'll just give an example like when we go to the store,
Yeah.
I have stuff that I put in the cart that I know I'm about to buy, and then you have the stuff that you trying to get.
Yeah.
So when we get to the register, I already know you're always fine with me paying for my stuff
Yeah.
and you paying for your stuff, and it
Yeah.
ain't never no issue.
Nope.
But what
Never.
I've been doing lately, I've been taking some of your items
Yeah.
and putting them with
I know.
mine,
And
and
I'm
you
like,
like, what you
hey,
doing?
you're right.
No, that's me. I'm like,
You do.
it's
You
cool,
do.
cause if
Or
I
you have
got
times when you're like, I got it. I got it.
yeah, sometimes I'll just get everything in the cart.
Yes. And sometimes you'll just take certain
And
items
every
out
time
of
I
what I
do it,
got.
I be seeing your energy and you be so uncomfortable with that. You be feeling so bad.
I do.
I be like, this woman here, she's so it's such a good quality
I know. But
because you
it's,
constantly looking out, but it's bad for you because you don't
yeah.
fully allow yourself to be taken care of because you
Yeah.
deserve that.
It's a problem.
So
But you
little by
helping
little,
me. Yeah. You're
you've been
helping me
getting
with
better.
that. Yeah. Like I don't say
Like
no. I'm like,
early on, it
okay.
used to be like super kickback.
Yeah. Like, no.
Like,
Like
no,
we would.
don't. Now it just be like, I'm about to do it, and you just be like, okay, thank you, baby. Boom.
Yeah. And I let it
So like
go.
the more it's a pattern. Everything is a pattern.
Yeah.
So you just gotta undo a pattern of taking care of stuff or doing so much in your
Doing
life.
everything.
That is a
Yeah.
pattern you've been in for a long time. So I'm
Hmm.
not expecting you to get into a relationship with me and
And
just
just be
be
like, okay,
completely
I'm
comfortable
good.
with me just
Right.
helping you out and doing
Oh
things
no,
because
that's
it's
gonna be hard for me to do. Yeah.
yeah. So
But I love how we do it. I love how we communicate about it. I love how you do it. Like you're not. You don't ever get mad or annoyed if I'm like trying to take over certain things.
And I let you pitch in.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
if
you
I know you really
exactly.
want to pitch in with
Yep.
money or whatever, like I let you do that, and I don't
Yes.
feel less of a man. Men got to
Exactly.
stop feeling like uh because a woman is contributing something, he's not fully the man in the relationship.
Yeah.
A man is a man. Like what the fuck?
Yep.
It ain't got nothing to do with money. It ain't got nothing to do with how
Right.
much he's
It's just you and
covering,
your person, how
if he's
you.
paying all the bills.
Excuse me.
Like
Yeah,
fuck
it's just the
that.
dynamics that travel with that person that you with. If you both do for each other, what's the problem?
Yeah,
Yeah, now it's one thing if she's doing everything and you just sitting here chilling in the back. Because some men are like that. As soon as you start doing,
they
oh,
get
she
real
got it.
comfortable.
She got it.
Yeah, see, I
Yep.
ain't. I'll never be that.
Yeah. So some men
I'm
are
not
like that.
ever.
I'm
Yeah.
used to that too. They're comfortable with it, so they don't even try to take over anything. They just allow. They just let you buy the shit, let you spend the money, let you just take care of everything. Like, oh shit, she got it. They don't even have a voice. Like those are the type of men that call themselves alpha though.
Oh yeah, see, that's some bitch
That's the
ass shit.
type of man that call themselves alpha, but you're not even taking reign in anything. You're not leading anything.
Right.
What leadership do you have? What have you told me we were gonna do? What plans did you put in place?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what did you create for us to, like, what did you do? Nothing.
Not a damn
Not
thing.
a damn thing, but they call themselves alpha,
Yeah.
but want to criticize other men or compare themselves to other men. Like,
Mm-hmm.
sir, what are you talking about? So, yeah, so I can't respect men like that. And I'm so glad that I'm out of that uh, rotation of,
Fuck
lame
niggas.
men. Yes, fuck niggas pretty much. And, yeah, and figuring it out at the end that, oh, like I just wasted my time with this person.
Mm,
Like they don't even qualify. Like I know I'm a good woman.
mm-hmm.
I don't have a doubt about that. But I always felt like I'm too good then for that
Yeah.
person.
That's the
You
worst
know?
when you feel
So
like you're
then you
too
like I'd rather be
good.
by myself because
When you're too
nobody.
good for the people you're with,
Yeah.
that's bad. That's a bad feeling to
Yep.
have.
So this is my thing about being alone. It wasn't out of, oh, I'm so hurt from all of this. Like I've never felt hurt and in despair. It's more like I'm wasting my time. I just rather be alone.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like it was just a waste of my time, waste
Yep.
of energy, a waste of care.
It affects a lot of your life too. Like,
Yeah,
especially if you're living with the person, like
yeah. That's why I didn't want to live with nobody
being
for
with
a
the wrong
while.
person can flip your whole life upside down. So
Yeah,
I feel you on that. You
yeah.
cannot afford to waste that
It's
kind of time.
draining. It's
And you
draining.
got kids too, so
Right.
you already got a lot on your plate. You
Yeah.
don't need the man to be adding more
An
shit to the
extra
plate.
child, an extra person
He's
to.
supposed to be alleviating
Yep.
stress. He's supposed to be making life easier for
Right.
you. And vice
Right.
versa. The woman
Strategizing.
is supposed to be making a man's life easier, adding value to the
Yep.
man.
But that's the thing. Me adding value and them not doing it. Again, that's like what the people say. You pour so much into someone, but you empty and nobody's pouring back into you. I was just pouring and pouring and pouring, and I was just sitting here on empty.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's crazy.
And that's what they teach people. Oh, you gotta be a giving person. You
That's
can't be
fine. You can
selfish.
be. You
No,
can
be
be a
fucking
giving.
selfish. Be fucking selfish.
Yeah, my thing is you can be because I
Get
am still
something
that.
out of it.
Yeah.
We was just
You're not gonna always get.
we was just talking about this shit yesterday
Yeah.
about um you had said I'm a giving person as long as I'm getting something. And yeah,
Right, right.
majority of the
It's only
time it is like
transactional.
that. I need to get something.
Right.
I have to live in my own skin in my own life, and I have to look out for me at all times.
Yeah.
At all times. It ain't just sometimes.
Oh
Now
yeah,
I'm
we
not saying
always do.
everything I do is transactional because it's not.
Yeah,
Sometimes
because
I
it
just
can't be like that.
sometimes I just help people and I don't expect anything.
Right.
Because that's real love. Real love is not expecting nothing.
Nope, you shouldn't. I don't
But
ever.
in the realm of building a
Well,
relationship
that's
with somebody,
different. Well, that's different. If
you
you're
got to
building with,
get.
yeah, someone, that's different because you can't just keep taking care of them. That's
And
like,
look, that makes it make sense why I think the way I think, because everything is building for me.
oh
I
yeah,
don't just have regular bonds. Every time I'm connecting with people, it's connected to something I'm building. So
right.
that's why for me it always has kind of been
Oh yeah,
a
see, no,
transactional thing, because I
yeah,
got to make sure I'm pouring into people that are pouring back.
yeah, yeah. And that's
So
like I said, it's a dynamic that trap with these people. I just have friends, like the friends that I have are just, you know, there's nothing, we're not getting anything from each other.
y'all
Um,
should though.
I mean,
I don't think
besides the friendship,
I don't
that's
think
what we
any.
get.
Well, what the fuck is a friendship if nobody's getting anything? What the fuck
Because
is that?
you grow with people. You know people from school. You've been
Yeah, but
friends.
that's a
You
wasted.
share things.
I ain't gonna
It
lie.
doesn't waste no
A lot
time.
of bonds. I just this what I think.
Hmm.
My opinion. It's just what you said. People are friends by default because of the amount of time they've known each other,
Or
and
they spend
that
time.
go for family, that go for friends that you've been knowing forever. You're only around them because they're familiar,
Right, that's human connection.
but there's really no real value.
Oh no, there's a
They
real
probably
value.
haven't even evolved to the point that you've evolved throughout your life, but because you've been knowing them forever, you feel like you're obligated to keep them as a friend, but it's no value. Y'all hang out, what y'all do? Y'all talk, y'all check in. I don't need a fucking check in. I really don't.
And
Fuck a
that's
check
you.
in.
I
I
love
need
my friends. I'm sorry. We,
I want people that's pouring. Like, what are we doing?
nothing.
What
People,
are we fucking
things
doing?
don't always have to be transactional. Things don't
But
have
it
to be like
is.
that. No, we are humans. We love
Look,
each other.
look,
Unity. People just,
I'm
you
all for
know.
it. You know I'm for the unity.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly. And
for it.
it doesn't have. They don't have to do something for
But
you.
when somebody's a regular part of your life, you damn right it need to be an exchange. If we
No.
talking the laws of the universe, everything is an exchange. It ain't never just about I'm just giving something and ain't getting something back. It's always an exchange
I
happening no
mean,
matter
you
what's
or
going
you
on.
don't, or you both do it by just being friends, by being there for each other, support each other. Like when people say a support system don't mean you always transacting and doing things. It's just that these people are there for when you need
If
them.
you okay,
If
so
you
that's a
need them,
transaction. That is an
yeah.
exchange.
But it could be once in 10 years. But the point is, how if you keep that friendship, that's how you get the support. But if you friends with somebody for 20 years, but you never check on them, you don't care, you don't spend time, you don't speak to them,
Hmm.
then one day something happens and you call that person like, who are you?
Uh huh.
Why would they help you when you've never kept up any type of
Hmm.
conversation, communication with that person?
Yeah.
That wouldn't make sense. That's why you have to keep that relationship going. You ain't got to talk to them every day. You see me on the phone talking to
So
anybody.
then,
I
are
don't.
so then could we say the only reason is the only reason you're keeping in contact with people is so that you do have somebody to call on? Is that the
No,
point of a friend is to have
you
somebody
don't
to help
literally
you?
think about it. This is just an example I'm giving you. But nobody is walking around literally having that thought in their mind. I need to keep this friend in my life because shit, one day I might need them.
Shit,
No,
some people are
hell
thinking
no.
that way.
Well, that's them. But no, true friendship, you don't think like that.
Yeah.
That's just somebody you love and you
You.
care,
Yep.
like a family member,
Yep.
and that's it.
Yeah.
And you check on them whenever you check on them, or you like now, we got social media. You see them, love each other stuff. You're happy to see the growth in each other. You're so happy to see the kids growing. You're happy to see them having accomplishments. If they're sick or they're going through hard things in their life, you're sad and you just there for them if they need your help. Like things like that. Like you're
Yeah.
just there for support. That's the support. It's just human nature. It's just being there and being a person in somebody's life.
Yeah.
And that's it. And sometimes that's it. And then somebody else can be something else for you, like the transactional friend that
Uh
you
huh.
gotta, or not even a friend, because to me, that's not a friend when it's just business or
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
gotta get. That's not really a friend. That's more like an associate or
Or just a
somebody,
partner, like a
you're a
business
partner,
partner.
right? Exactly. So that's not a true friendship to me. To just, it's only that. Like, it's
Hmm.
only, like, when I talk to you, like, what are we doing? Like, that's so business like.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
warmth to it.
Yeah.
There's no, if you're sick one day, let me call you up. Hey, I'm sick and I'm throwing up and I need to go to the hospital. Can you? Like, there's none of that.
Mm,
It's like, oh no, we're not friends like that. I'm sorry. Call you an Uber or something. So we need friends in our lives.
yeah.
For those things that really matter. Um, and just because it makes you feel good. It's we're not meant to be alone and just dry and dull and you know what I mean. Like you gotta
Yeah.
enjoy things, and not everything is work. Sometimes you gotta enjoy life and just hang out with your friends.
That's why the
Like,
community building has added the balance for me because
yeah.
it kind of gives me the concept of building something because I
Hmm.
love to build, but then I'm building something that's driven on the values that you're talking about, which
Yeah.
is friendship, people getting together and just
Yeah.
getting
Just
to know each other. That's why a lot of people in the wave movement had critiques because they wanted to talk business and we was just in there getting to know each
chilling.
other.
Right. Right.
So I think
There's a time and
It's
place
like
for
I'm not
everything.
against what you're saying because
Yeah.
I've done it, but for me, everything got to be purposeful. And the thing that adds purpose is we are building something. And that's what I feel a lot of friendships and families are missing. They got the human element of it, but they're not building so much
No.
together.
Not together.
They're
They
not
could be building
they're not
separately.
really supporting each other in the way that you really want to be supported. That's why you get a lot of people saying, "Man, my family don't even support my shit. My friends don't even share my shit or support my shit."
Right.
Because that's what it is. It's a lot of people that's just around, but they not serving no real purpose for each other.
Or they're not serving that purpose and that the person
But if
wants.
you a friend, don't you think if you're a genuine friend and you love somebody, shouldn't you be supporting them on
Oh,
every
that's that's
level?
that's the that's the non friends they got to, because then that's when you got to look. A lot of those people that you're talking about, because I know people like that,
What?
they don't even do that. They don't even do that for their friend.
People
But then
that
the people that would say
that
that, like
complain?
whine, yeah,
Oh yeah.
complain, they're not even that type of person.
Mm,
So that's what I usually notice when people complain
that's
and
facts
whine.
too.
It's like you're not even that person though. What
Mm-hmm.
have you done for them?
Yep.
What do you do for
Who
people?
do you support?
Nothing. Right, you don't do nothing. So why
Mm-hmm.
do you expect them to be that way? Like that's the self entitlement shit, and I hate it. And I met a lot of men like that
Yeah.
that are like that. Like they just want, but they don't do nothing.
That's actually
You
most
know,
people in general.
right? So then that's when I'm like, yeah, because you don't have a real friend. That's why those people are not really your friends, because you're selfish. So when those people
Yeah.
talk, I'm like, that's because you're selfish. You don't really care. So if you don't care, why would they care about you? Me, my friends, oh no, we would support each other for whatever we got going on. That's
Mm-hmm.
off the rip. Like I'm saying that now, and my friends know we support each other through whatever, if we can, whatever it is, we will, like, without thinking about it. Like there's never no feeling of, oh, they don't care about me, they don't ever support me, they don't do like they would. Like if I'm like asking, it's gonna be like, shit, what we gonna do? You know what I mean? Like they'll talk amongst themselves and figure out, okay, let's figure out this for Allison. Same thing we would do for, like for another friend, like us, like just talking to each other. Okay, let's figure out what we're gonna do for so and so. Like that's literally how my friends are, how we are together. But people that don't have that type of tight friendship, they don't get that because it's just not there. You don't have that warmth, and closeness with people that want to do that for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's why I say it's important sometimes to not always want something out of people and just connect with them because they're a great fucking human being and you enjoy them.
What
They're
makes
so
them great?
cool. It could be anything, character. It could be the things they do, the conversation, the stuff that comes out their brain when you talk. Like it's interesting, the way they make you laugh, the way they make you feel welcome. People can bring happiness to you just by being around you.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way they laugh, the way you see them move in their lives. I don't know, they could be volunteering, they could be taking care of their kids really well. They could be very entertaining at hosting things, like whatever it is.
Yeah.
People are just great in your life. That's just somebody you like to spend time with,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like, versus staying home by yourself. Like I'm a loner. I always say that. I'm a very much a loner. You're kind of alone. Like we're able to stay home by ourselves, right? Like we
Yeah.
don't need constant traffic. I don't need somebody at my house, like sitting with me at the table all the time. But when I'm out and I'm being sociable and I'm spending time with my friends, we have a great time.
Yeah.
And that's all. We
I
just be,
just think
you know,
I see the state of humanity and people's lives in general and how most of us are just getting by
oh,
or want to be further in life. We got goals, we got bills and stress, and everybody's in this struggle together, right?
yeah.
So I always have the mentality, if I love you and I call you a friend for real, I need to be supporting you. So
Right.
that's
If they
why
need support,
that's
because not
why
everybody needs support. You know
well,
what I mean?
everybody needs support
Well, I'm saying not
in
all,
some kind
not
of way.
all the time. Like you, again, like I
All the
said, you
fucking
can go
time.
through five
Consistent
years
support.
support
Everybody
them
need that
doing
shit.
doing what exactly? What are you
Whatever it is.
supporting?
I
But
got friends. We just visited a few friends. Well, you visited one of my friends that
yeah,
has a business.
yeah, but that's once. That's what I'm saying. But you don't need
My
to
other
always be
friend
in
that
their face
washed
every
my
week,
car,
every month,
the
every day.
my friend that washed my car, like he
Yeah,
says he has that business. That's a business that constantly needs support. He's
right,
got goals. Everybody got goals, and
exactly.
everybody's in a position that most people that we know are not in the position that they ideally want to be in. They still working at it, clawing at it, trying to get ahead. So my thing is, if you got friends, if you got people that claim they fuck with you and you fuck with them, why wouldn't we be more purposeful with supporting each other and being more like, don't just get around a motherfucker and kick the shit every time you around them and y'all not helping each other. But then y'all talking to each other about your life issues. You're
Hmm.
talking to each other about shit you going through, and yeah, okay, that's great. Conversation is great. But at
I
what
mean, that's
point
them. I don't have
you
those
have to be
friends, so I guess
active.
I don't know. I don't.
You gotta have an active friend. Cause if to me, that is a waste. That's a waste to just have somebody you talk to and y'all not helping each other no on no level other than that.
Yeah.
I That's just me. I can't.
You build, well, that's what networking
Nah.
is for. If you want to do that, then yeah, get you some friends that's just going to be there for you to do whatever it is that you're trying to do, or you got to do something for them at all times, every day, all day. Like, no, I'm sorry, that would be draining. So especially when you
Well,
have your own life.
it's not every day
But
all day. I'm not saying
I
every,
know,
it's
but
not
still, to
every interaction.
always.
Like let's say, look, let's take it for example, Michelle
Hmm.
Lachey, one of my good friends.
Right.
When I see Michelle, usually when I see her, I'm buying some body butter
Okay.
from her. But sometimes I'll chat with her and it won't have nothing to do with body butter.
Okay.
Like when she's at her poetry events, sometimes she's not selling anything at the poetry event. I just want to go support her poetry event because she's dope. And I just talked to her today and she said she loves me and you.
Yeah.
She was like, I just love y'all. I just
Oh,
love being around y'all.
we love you too,
And I'm like, we
Michelle.
love you too.
Yeah.
And for me, that ain't got nothing to do with no exchange. Like when
Right.
I'm buying body butter from her, I'm not expecting her to invest in something that I'm doing.
Okay, good. So
I
then,
just
see, it's a
so
regular friend right
like
there.
I lead with my money and my
Hmm.
energy or like
But
my
not everybody
care.
has it. Like my friends ain't selling shit, so I don't have to do any of that. You understand what I mean? So there's nothing there for me to help with or support. They have their own families. Some of them are married. They got their
Yeah.
own house, their own family. They work. They do well. There's nothing needed. They don't need me. You know what I mean, to do anything. Now, if they did, then I'll just be there. And when I do need their help for anything, like when my car broke down one day and my tire busted, and I call my good friend, like, oh my God, my tire, and she sent me money, boom, here, fixed. But that's regular, like, that's regular friendship. That's not transactional. It's regular friendship when you have a friend. Like I said, in 10, 20 years, we might never need each other for things specifically. But at some point, we might. But that's your good friend. So it's like, yeah, I know you, I trust you. Hell yeah, I'll help
Okay,
you.
so at what point do you feel like you need a person? Does it always have to
I
be
don't I
you're
don't
down and
ever
out or
need.
you're in a jam? Because to me that's
It
what it's
has to. That'll
that's
be the
what it
only
always
time.
is. It's like we
Yeah, a
only
jam.
we only get help when we absolutely need,
Or
like
when you ask
where we're
for it.
in a position of being without something, or we're in a situation everybody shows up and make sure the thing is taken care of,
And then they're
and
still
then that's it.
there. No, it's not it. And then you continue on with the friendship like it always
Right.
been.
So
Yeah, like what's.
like that to me, I like that we show up for people in times of tragedy or in times of like absolute need. But
Well, it
it's
depends on what you
but
ask
look,
for too. Because
in
if
the
you
in
ain't
the
saying
times where
what you
shit
need.
is just kind of like mellow and everything just seems to be going good, it's still stuff that we're not
It's
proactive
well,
enough.
it's up to the individual. What stuff? It would be up to you to say, oh, I need help with, I don't know, what I need.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
so that's the point. So
Exactly.
if there's nothing you need, then why would you
See, that's the
say
thing.
anything?
That's the thing. I'm not saying you
People don't always
like
have to have
people.
something going on.
Everybody got to be more proactive. We're
With
too reactive.
proactive with what though exactly?
Proactive with like what we want to do to advance, to move
Yeah,
forward.
that's up to the individual. What you doing in your own life, your own life. Like whatever they're
Everybody,
doing is what they're
but
doing.
everybody wants to move forward.
Yeah, but that's okay. But that's
Everybody. I'm
in
talking about,
right in their
and it ain't,
own
and it's
lives.
not about having a business. It's
Right.
just people be having everyday responsibilities,
Yeah.
and everybody just be doing and maintaining on their own for the most part. And everybody usually has this feeling where they don't like having to ask for help. So everybody be suffering on their own. Meanwhile, you got friends that's in the same kind of boat. So it's kind of like I be trying to get people to be more proactive and like share resources with each other. We got to be more giving. Everybody. So,
No, that's easy for me to do. But like I said, I don't know about other people. Like we, like that's something that comes natural. Like it's the natural circle of friends. Like it's so normal to do that. So I'm like, I don't know who doesn't do that in their own circle of friends. Like if we talk to each other and oh yeah, so and so called and said they're looking for a job, or you know what I mean? Like,
mm-hmm.
and it's like, okay, yeah, I got this link. Let me send it to, yeah, I'm gonna send, like, it's, like that's like normal stuff.
If
The
it's
kid don't, like, they have a baby, they don't have a babysitter. If I was to live in Florida right now, like that's what our circle of friends do.
mm-hmm.
Okay, well, hey, I got this person, or I'm home. You can bring the kids to me, or I don't know. There's clothes that out, they out group clothes. Oh, I got clothes from Jaden. I'll give you these clothes that he's not wearing. Like that's
Yeah,
what we do. So
yeah.
if people, I have those type of friends. That's why I'm like, that's
Mm-hmm.
normal to me. Maybe people don't have it here, but Atlanta is a little bit different than Florida because I don't have these type of friends here at all. But I have them in Florida. This is the way we move with everything.
Yeah.
Like we just always there for each other. Period. Like we don't always need each other
Right,
for
right.
certain things, but we always there for each other no matter what.
Yeah.
Like for the most minuscule things to the biggest thing, it don't matter. You know.
Yep.
So I think people should just be more like that because it's not about expecting. It's just about doing for each other
Yeah.
naturally. Just hey, hi, hey, how you doing?
Yep.
Hey, you need to, yeah, like, let me help you with this, or let me send you a resource, or let me help you with that. I know somebody that does this. Somebody bought a house, the fence is broken. Oh shit, I know somebody that can fix your fence for you. Let me, what I mean, like regular life shit. Because
Yeah.
not everything has to be so tragic and, you know,
Yeah.
extreme. Because it's not like that every day. That would be crazy that every single day you need something, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like nothing is ever like peaceful. Not a week, not a month that you don't need nothing from nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but that's the only thing for me. Like I don't always need people either. Like right now, like the moving. If I was in Florida, it would be nothing.
Mm.
Call somebody. Oh yeah, we got you. We got the trucks. When you're moving, let's set up a day that we all gonna, and it would happen. You know what I mean? Like with no problem.
Yeah.
And it would be payment for what? It would be more like, yeah, we're gonna chill, we're gonna have some snacks, we're gonna drink some more, like, okay, and then we're done. We're
Yeah, I know
not,
a
you
lot of
know what I
friends do
mean?
that.
Yeah. So we
Instead of
that's
paying, like they'll
right.
feed you.
We just yeah,
It's
we
like
just
it's like bartering.
yeah, cause we friends.
Yeah.
So it ain't no business. You ain't got
It's
no business moving. We just helping
but it's
you move.
still that's what I mean
Yeah.
by there's always an exchange. So that's what makes you a good friend is that you have somebody that there's an even exchange going on.
If you need them, right? And that's if you need them, because you
That's
don't
the
have to
exchange
need
though.
them. You don't
That's
even have
that's
to.
the exchange. That's the
Whenever it
exchange.
happens, you know what I mean. But it's not always an
It
exchange.
ain't going.
It's
Yeah, I'm not
definitely
saying
not
every
that.
interaction. You
Right.
you you. I think you're taking it wrong. It ain't
Well, because you
every.
said,
It's
because you're
not.
saying
It's
friendship
not
is an
every.
exchange, and
It's
I'm
not
like, it's not
every.
an
It
exchange
is
though.
because if it wasn't an exchange, if it wasn't beneficial, you wouldn't keep it around. There's something happening where both people are getting something from each other.
I have some friends that never did nothing to me, and we still great. There's no problem. I don't need them to do nothing for me, but be my friend. So no, that's why I don't. No, not everything I got did something for me. So no, or me
What do you
doing
think doing something for you is?
what you just said, like just doing something, like
Like
actively exchange, like doing some type of act
so
for you to help you somehow. And not every friendship is like that. Like they don't need to do shit for me. You know what I mean? Like we could just be friends because
well,
we are, because we talk and we cool with each other. We like each
I don't
other.
think that's possible. That's why I'm trying to
Oh,
listen.
maybe
It's
with you and your friends. I
I
don't
don't
know
think
that.
it's possible to be
Maybe you don't
friend.
have these type of
I don't
friends.
think it's possible to be friends with somebody and they've never done anything for
Wow,
you.
that's sad.
They've never done anything
No,
for you.
hell no, that's sad.
They've never done anything.
No, why would they have to do something for me? Like what?
Well, it ain't always got to be
Like make me laugh? That's
it.
great.
Yeah, that's doing something for you.
Okay, well,
So
shit, everybody can make me laugh.
like,
That is that an
or maybe
exchange?
like if you needed them in a moment
No, I think
or
that's the
like
point. Don't
if,
need them.
well, sometimes friends, I ain't gonna lie, now that we bringing this up, that's an exchange too. Like that's something friends use each other for. Like when they need a break from everyday life and they just need to let loose, you'll hit your friend up like, "Hey man, I need a drink, or I need to go out,
Yeah,
or
well,
I
that's
wanna I
that's the
wanna go
whole
to an
point.
event."
That's just
So
human
that would
connection.
be
That's just
that's
human
so yeah, that's part.
interaction.
So that's part of that. That is a valuable thing that you use your friend for. So
It's
that's them
human
giving you something.
interaction.
They're giving you that.
You just want to call it
So that's
something
the
else, but that's
exchange.
regular human.
That's the exchange.
If you want to call it that, we don't call it that. We call it
That's what it
human
is.
nature.
But it's adding value to your life though, right? Like that's valuable.
I guess. I
So
don't know. Nobody thinks about it
so
as valuable. It's
they're
just
doing
what you
something
do.
for you
I don't know. I do that with my eyes closed. It don't really mean anything
because it's natural.
crazy.
But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's natural. It's just life.
just because
It's
it's
humans. That's what
natural,
we do.
but just because it's natural don't mean you're not getting something from it, or they're not. It's clearly something that both
I
of y'all are
guess.
getting.
I don't know.
So like that's the exchange. So I
Okay.
guess the difference is all friendships aren't built on the same type of exchange.
No.
So, but there is always some type of value being exchanged.
I guess.
There's
I guess.
always something. So I think for me, the reason why I don't have a lot of friends that I just hang out with, because I
You don't
don't
have to
need
need
I
nothing.
don't need that exchange. I don't need that value from a friend because I don't be wanting to do that. I don't want my friends around just so I can go hang out all the time or go do stuff with. I
You
don't really
never
need
had
that.
that. You never
Um,
had you had friends you played with. You played basketball. You played
when I
video
was young,
games. Right.
yeah, when I was young,
So you didn't keep these friends. These friends are gone after they didn't
I
serve a
had
purpose. They were just done.
I had one friend in kindergarten. That was my first friend ever,
Okay. Well,
and I remember he came to my house one no.
well, that's kindergarten. Every kid's gonna play. I'm talking about like when you got older.
Well, I mean,
Kids play, you know.
childhood, look, every relationship is an exchange. I don't give a damn if it's a child, teenager, adult. It's two people getting something from it. It's always an exchange. So
Okay.
it just depends on what you value. So
Well, as a child, you don't even value nothing. You just,
whatever you value.
you know,
You said what?
as a child, there's no value. You just play. Like this is what kids do.
And
Kids are not thinking of. They're not
why do
sitting
they
down thinking
you that's
about
what I'm
it.
telling you. You don't have to think about it. It's not like a conscious thing. Everything has to do with
With
what you
human
value.
nature, right?
Right. So
Yeah, that's
that
it.
means you're getting something.
Okay,
Everybody's getting something.
great. I guess that's what humans we do. We just
Yeah.
getting something, I guess.
We're giving
But
and
it's
getting.
just
It's an exchange.
okay.
Kids, why do kids like to be friends with people that play or like the things that they like? Because they want to play. They're getting,
Right.
oh, I like this, my friend. We do things
That's
together.
how they learn.
We
That's
go
how they
play.
grow. That's how they build connections. That's how they be sociable.
Yeah, and they
That's how they learn to be in society around other people. This is a whole learning experience and growth.
yeah.
Yes, that's it.
And then, yeah, they're
Doesn't have to be
getting
an
something.
yeah.
Like,
It's
and your
just
kids don't
growing.
like everybody. Kids don't build friendships with every other kid. They pick the friends they like based on values, based on what they like.
When they get older and they can
Like they
pick.
got to get something from it. You know what I mean? So it's always like a it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think a lot of people think about friendship that way. It's such a easy, natural to me. I don't I don't really sit down and think too much. I just got the friends I got, and here I don't have them, and that's it. You know, and it's great, and they're there when they're there, and they're not there when they're not there, and that's it. Life moves on, but but yeah, but I don't think about what I can get or anything. Just we talk, and that's it. So yeah,
So
I
all
don't
I'm
know.
trying to get you to understand, you keep saying you don't think about it. I'm not
Yeah,
saying you don't have to think about it. It's nothing you have to think about.
right.
Just because you're not thinking about it, that don't mean it's not happening. That's the point.
Mm.
Just because you're not thinking about the exchange or thinking about what you can get,
The exchange is the
the
thing.
reason why you're keeping a certain person in your life is because you're getting something from them.
No, but yeah,
It's something there.
no.
it's something there that you don't want to let go
Nope.
of because it's an
I don't
exchange
even think
happening.
about it. They're just there, man. They just were placed in my life, and that's
Well,
it.
if you got people in your life that's just there and you don't know
Yes.
what you're getting from them and it's just there.
No, they're just there because they're great people. That's it. They're a great person, and I like them,
Okay,
and I
so
love
well,
them.
that's another. If okay,
So that's it.
well, if you can acknowledge they're a great person, then I wouldn't
That's
use
it.
the words like they're just there because you saying it like it's just a
Yeah,
nonchalant,
meaning they're
like oh,
there.
you're
Meaning
my friend, but you just there. No, you don't want to
no,
that
you
because
just
that's
there
making
as
the
in you
friend.
just there because I love you. That's it. There's nothing else about it. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying. It's so normal to me. It's like okay,
yeah,
you know, like that's it. There's nothing else I need from them, or I need to exchange with. We haven't had any exchanges, and they're just in my life. So you know,
I think this is why people like me who are like goal oriented and we're very focused on like
just getting something done.
pursuing a certain purpose in life. They say this about everybody that thinks like this, and these are usually people that go on to do like big things in the world or great things. They always say like you got to sacrifice family and friends,
Mm,
and I felt like that a lot of times because it's like we don't be having the mental space to just have empty connections with people that aren't in line with what we're trying to do. So a lot
mm,
of times people like us get looked at like we selfish or that we don't care, but it's really just
it's true.
we know what we want to do in life.
Okay,
We know where we're trying to go,
I think all
and
these
the
people do too.
relationships that we build got to be in line with where we trying to go
Okay. I think a lot of
because it ain't
people
no
that
time to
have
waste.
great careers and do great in life also have a lot of friends.
Yeah, but they
And
lose what I'm saying. They lose a lot of the family members and friends that they came up
maybe
with.
some, if they can't, if that's something you can't do on your own, again, it's up to the individual. If you can't manage or you decide not to have warm friendship with people because, nah, I need to get some out of it, and that's you. That's a choice you make. People make their own choices too. You can make that choice. You can make that choice to ignore people that just want to connect with you just because they, like you and like your vibe, versus saying, "No, I ain't getting none out of it, so I'm not gonna even entertain this person over there." Like, fuck, what are they talking about? I need to get something out of it. I mean, that's that. But these people make that you make up your own life. So when
Hmm.
you're down and out and you need somebody and you don't find yourself with no one to help, then you just gotta pay for some help, and that's just gonna be your life. That's why some people say, "Hey, you'll end up in a nursing home or
Hmm.
shit like that," is because you did not interact and create bonds with people. You just everything had to mean something to you, and you end up alone. You know what I mean? And just that's it, because that's the life you decided to live because you was chasing something all your life, and that's all you was focused on. So and the end of your life just appears very dry and cold and lonely. So
And
you know, and some people make that choice, but that's their
it's
choice.
not I don't think it's so black and white either. It's not like
It don't have to be like that.
it's not like being goal oriented or purpose driven means that you just don't have any friends or genuine connections. It ain't always that either.
If that's what you want to do, if that's what you choose to do, then that's what you choose to.
But I think
Because
it
if you're
just
goal
goes back
oriented, that's what you're
I
gonna
think
do.
it just goes back to the point about how, some of those first friends you have, people you've been knowing for a long time, family members and things, the people that's around because they just been around. A lot of times when you're on a mission, those connections will kind of suffer because you don't always have time to just do the things that you're saying
Oh
about,
yeah,
just
because I
hanging
don't
out or
talk to my
checking
friends,
in.
right? I don't speak to them all the time. I haven't seen my friends in years. I
Yeah.
haven't spent any time because I don't have a car right now. I had one, but the car was, so shit happens, life happens. So yeah, but it's also not because we not there. Like we still see each other, we talk. Like I see you when I see you, and that's like we understand that, and we just,
Yeah.
and that's it. And I'm still gonna do what I'm doing. They're still gonna do what they're doing,
Yeah.
but so it doesn't take away from the goal. It doesn't take away from what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? Like keeping these people in your life don't take away from
Hmm.
nothing, especially when everybody understands that everybody has their own lives and they're pursuing their own things. It's getting cold, right?
It is.
Yeah, because I'm like trying to see me sitting down.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
like trying to
cold
keep
too.
myself together. But yeah, so
This I like how this conversation shifted into a
I know how we
it
talked on the
shifted
friendship.
into a place I didn't know it was gonna go. We went from the relationship to something else to
I forgot why
friendships.
we got to the friendship.
This was dope.
I
But we was
was
talking about something before the friendship stuff too.
yeah,
So
I forgot.
that was well balanced.
It was. That was like
And this friendship thing, this is a topic. Oh my God. Maybe I'll just close this thought. I'll close this thought so we can wrap this combo up and
yeah,
then
that's
get ready for
cool.
next week. Um, because this is actually something that I kind of not battle with within myself,
hmm
but I try to stay balanced.
Yeah,
But I have to consciously tell myself to stay balanced with the shit. Because I can be too far in the purpose land and creativity land and everything got to have a purpose
hmm
or I don't have time for it. And it makes me it makes me disconnect
yeah.
from people
We talked about
on
this.
a more just personal
Yes,
checking in on you, seeing how you doing level.
the
So
human heart, the
I have to
just
like consciously make room for that if I want to be that person. So I've had to accept if I have to consciously be a person, then I'd rather just not be that person. I
right.
only want to
Because it
do what
seems
I
like you
feel
would
moved
force
to do.
yourself, right? So you don't want to
So
force
this
yourself.
is what I think. I think when I'm moving in my true self, in my true the way I connect with community, which is I lead with the creative part and I pay attention to what people are trying to do in their life. And I say, okay, this is a friend that I've been knowing for a long time. I went to school with them, and I said, okay, what do they do? Okay, you do that. How can I insert myself? How can I use my talent, my voice, my creativity to help you with what you're doing? That to me is a better starting point, and then from there, because I can already tell, even with me doing my vlogs again and meeting up with my friends, it's gonna help open up the door for those just regular
Yeah,
check-ins and hanging out.
yeah,
But I like the base to be like, I want you to know I really support you
yeah.
in what you're doing.
You can
I
do
want to
that.
help
Yeah,
your whatever goals you have, I want to help you with that. And I want to use my skills
right to
to
help.
collaborate
Yeah,
with what you do. Cuz we all got a lot of skills and things we're trying to do. So,
yeah,
and we adults now. And I know adult life is very demanding. So,
yes,
I'm
it is.
happy to be, back in that bag of helping a lot of people and uh
And
I
I know
do
you're loving. I'm really not trying to talk about your character
yeah,
because I
yeah.
know. Because look, I would never be with someone that is not.
Yeah.
Because it's not me, right? Because I'm a caring, I'm a warm person, I'm nurturing, I'm whatever. But you are too, and I
Yeah.
know that
Mhm.
because you show it to me all day, every day. And I know you are that person. I just do know that you're very selective on who you give all of that to.
Yeah.
Um, and that's the only thing that I can tell that you do. It's like you just very, like you don't really have a lot of that branched out to other people. It's like you just, it's very small.
Mhm.
But I
And
know you care.
and
I
that's
know you
just me
loving. Yeah, your
protecting my
energy, your
time, my
time.
energy, my day to day.
Yeah. But
I
you
don't
are. I
like to
know
be
you're a
too
great
consumed
person. I
in
know
that.
you're loving. And I figured it out, when I got, because I didn't know you when we were just, platonic friends. But I've seen it.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, he's not cold. He's not like not friendly. Like he is. Like he got to reach to open this community up. I
Yeah.
just had to see it because I didn't get it at first. But then I did, and I was like, okay, so he is like that. It probably takes some time. Like somebody got to really be close and like kind of like constantly around him
Yeah.
for it to develop, you
Mhm.
know. And it did. So I do know you are that person. So I'm definitely not saying you're such a mean, you know, grumpy ass, crabby person, because you're not.
Yeah.
You just do a lot of things, based on like you said, like you focus on certain things. Like it has to make sense to you why you're connecting. I don't know. It could be like an overthinking thing to like a, you know,
Nah, it
Like
ain't really
it's
nothing I
not
think about.
overthinking. Well, not overthinking, but like I don't know, something you just do. Like it's like default. Like you just do that.
That's just who I naturally
Yeah,
am.
that's what you do.
Like how you say you got your friends and you don't think about it.
Yeah,
I don't think about how I move. This is just how I move.
that's what you do. You just gotta.
I'm naturally a purpose-driven person that want to be
I
creative.
gotta stand up. I'm sorry.
That's it.
Yes. No, that makes sense.
Shit. You could turn. Hey, you could turn the camera off too
You
if you
wanna
want.
turn
We
it?
could pick up. We could pick up next
Pick
week.
up on that?
Yeah,
Okay.
we could pick up. I like where we ended.
Awesome.